Hello. Hi. It's been quite some time since I did my last video blog. Many months actually. So what I'm here to do is wrap up my whole website in a final video blog. As you may have read, my final post in my blogs, in my written blogs, the time has come to make all of this, my injuries, my accident, the losses, the gains, all of that is now becoming the past, and I'm ready to make it the past and no longer the present. It's taken me a long time to get there, and it's taken me a lot of ill health to get through that, and to be at the point where I'm now I feel strong enough to be able to move on and try and forget it even happened. So the last 6 months or so have been very interesting, have been very challenging to me personally. Let's just say I don't think I've ever been so challenged in my entire life. The injuries from the accident, that's one thing. You get broken, you take time to repair, your bones heal, you get through it, you get stronger, the pain goes on, but it's the aftermath of everything that comes as a result of an accident like that I have found more challenging to cope with than physical injuries. From loss of job, loss of career, the career I was very passionate about for 10 years, with a good income, and I'd tailored my life at the time around what I could afford to do and live on my own with two large dogs. And I only just got to that point too. So the accident happened, I lost my job, therefore your income drops substantially. And ACC, they covered me while they could, and I had no idea how I was going to get back into the workforce and what I was going to do. I only knew how to do one thing in an industry, and it was something I had never thought about having to face. So that's cool. Look, it happened, and the injuries start to heal, and you realise that you need to start getting back into normal life. So I took on a new job. I was very lucky with an opportunity in a new industry to do some work that I had skills in doing, and it worked out so well that I felt ready, and there was an opportunity to take it on full time and be permanent. So I told ACC, look, I'm ready to go. They were hinting at taking me off the books anyway, but I sort of said, look, no, I can do this. Take me off your books now. I can go back to work full time and learn a new job. I did that way too soon, far too soon. A good 6 months at least to really. And at the time, good as gold. Yep, no problem. What's a bit of pain? What's a bit of lack of sleep? Yep, sweet. I can do it. Bring it on. Yes, I crashed and burned, big time. At the same time as going back to work, I was physically in huge amounts of pain. I could barely try and hold my head up on my own for hours on end with no support, no chair support or leaning on a couch. I was limping pretty badly on a very swollen leg. I could hardly lift anything with my left arm due to the injuries on my arm. And I had been living on about 2 hours sleep a night, and fatigue was making me very unwell in many other ways. So I did the best I possibly could at this new job, and I actually think I did very, very well. But the problem, however, was I took on everything at once. Everything at once. Not just a new job. I met the very love of my life, and I wasn't about to say goodbye to him. No, I'm not ready to meet you. I'm very weak. Can you please come back another time? No. I met the man of my dreams and welcomed him with open arms. So I took on a new relationship, and it was very, very full on and very fast. And as you all know, within 2.5 months we got engaged, and I was working full time. I went from being in a halo brace with 7 broken bones in my body, 3 in my back, 1 in my neck, 2 in my arm, 1 in my leg, and within a couple of months of being out of a neck brace, within a month of being out of a neck brace, within a week of being out of a neck brace, I was back into a new job, brand new relationship, go, 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 out at night time, trying to socialise and network, trying to get back in touch with a lot of my friends and be active. And then came a new problem. My dogs, my large dogs, who I love dearly, had spent so many months at home with me, beside me, not doing a hell of a lot. And so to go back to work full time meant they went back outside and didn't have me around there all day. So I'd come home to 2 escaped dogs. They kept getting out of my property. They got separation anxiety in a pretty big way, and they started breaking through fences, eating, chewing, digging, climbing, anywhere they could. I'd repair one section, they'd get through the next. And I ended up getting some very angry neighbours, and I ended up being very stressed at work, waiting for a phone call from the dog ranger to say, your dogs are out again, you're on your final warning. I got exhausted pretty quick, and over the time I started to realise I wasn't coping at work particularly well. There was so much to learn, and it was such a full-on job with huge workload, which was brilliant in the big scheme of things. I love that kind of work, but I wasn't ready for it. And I was pushing a lot of pain aside. I was living in chronic pain and living on very high doses of pain medication, and at the same time not sleeping and trying to keep a new relationship pretty smooth and happy. But very quickly I realised I was starting to cause problems. I was starting to argue with my partner. I was starting to argue with a lot of friends. I started having people say things about me that I didn't understand, and I got very hurt very quickly. I started fighting with my family. I started not coping with the dogs, and all of a sudden I felt like I wasn't strong at all. All of a sudden I felt like I'd never been so weak in my life. As a result of all of that happening, something happened to me which I never thought would be a problem in my world. I started to suffer from very deep depression as a result of the accident and the aftermath, and so much change in so little time. Depression set in very deeply, and it was all post-traumatic stress disorder. Physically I couldn't do what I used to be able to do. I couldn't be independent. I couldn't do things. I couldn't pick up after my dog, such a simple task, but I live on my own in the country. I couldn't repair fences properly. I couldn't stack firewood. I couldn't lift small things. I was in pain. What can I say? Everything, as I knew it, was quite different. While I don't find that a problem, I obviously found it a challenge, and I got pretty unwell. I did my recovery very publicly, and that was a choice at the time for my own reasons. I didn't do that for me. I never did any of that for me. Despite what people think I'm an attention seeker. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm just someone that wants to try and help other people know what they're going through is normal, or to understand, or to see that that they can get through things or have a different perspective on things. That's why I do this, is if I can learn from it myself, why not try and help someone else learn from it too, maybe with a little less pain and heartache throughout it all. So when I started to go through depression, and the day I admitted to everyone very publicly that I wasn't coping, I wasn't well at all, and it took me a long time to realise that. Nothing made sense in my brain. Everything was fuzzy. I had terribly low self-esteem. I didn't believe I could do anything anymore. Fatigue was absolutely terrible. I was so ill from being so tired that it all just got to me, and I admitted I had this illness that I knew very little about, and I got help. I sought help as quick as I could, professional help, which is the best thing I could have ever done. I just wish I'd done it sooner. But as a result of doing that, I had a lot of people say some very, very, very nasty things toward me. I had a lot of... people are always going to have an opinion about someone they don't know. Someone they don't know what they're going through, they don't understand why they do certain things, and just because they do something differently, they shaft judgment your way very quickly. and I got some very, very awful things directed at me from people who both I knew quite close, quite well, and people I didn't know. And to hear from people on an internet forum that you shouldn't have walked away from that accident, that you should have not been found and stayed lying there in the ditch because it would have done everyone else a favour. It's very hard to read this and ignore it and move on from this and not let it affect you. I'm a caring person. I have a huge heart, and I care so deeply about other people because I choose to, because I want to, because it makes me happy within myself to be able to do that, because I know that it's quite rare these days and it comes naturally to me. So to read all that, people say, oh look, you just don't read it, you move on, you choose. No, very wrong. It's personal, it hurts, and it rips your heart out, and all of a sudden you no longer believe in yourself. Other people don't believe in you, and you stop believing in yourself. So I got very sick. I got very, very sick, and I got into some very dark places, some terrifying places. And I just want to say right now to my family, thank you. Mum and Dad, you guys are the reason I'm here still. We all know how close it came. And the professionals helped me a lot, medication and a lot of counselling to work through a very unbalanced mind, very confused mind, and a very broken body. So, but Mum and Dad, you're incredible. What can I say? I'm blessed with the most wonderful family. And my brother, I know you got so much love for me from afar, and it just lightens up my whole heart to hear from you and hear of your happiness these days. And my granny, my 91-year-old granny, I love you. I miss you. I can talk to you about anything, and you are happy to hear my reasons behind things, and thank you for just being there. So my family, mwah, can't thank you enough, and you've got me through the worst of it. And I will never ever allow myself to get back to that point again, so thank you. To all the friends that I've lost and are no longer part of my world, I say goodbye, farewell. It's been very hard losing you all in such mass and such quantity, but if that's what has to happen for me to be a healthier, better person, then it's a blessing, and I wish you all the best. I don't wish unhappiness for anyone. I just hope that you can learn how to be a bit more gentle with people going through tough times when faced with that situation again. So don't judge. You don't know what battles people are battling themselves. So I'm a better person for filtering out through human nature in my world. It's been quite a learning curve. And to those of my friends who are there for me and still there are very, very, very few of you. But you know who you are. And whilst there might be distance and time between phone calls between us, I know where your heart is at, and I know that your support was always there for me, and I thank you so much. And lastly, to Jason, what can I say? You've changed my world, you've changed my heart, you've changed everything I believe in. You made all my dreams come true within the shortest time frame, and I can never thank you enough for that. And I wish you nothing but happiness and the best in your life, because good people like you deserve it. You deserve the utter best, and I know that that's coming to me one day, and I look forward to it. It's exciting. So Jason, you take care, and thank you. Thank you for being a part of my world for a short time, and thank you for opening my eyes and opening my heart to real life. So this is goodbye from me. I am back on a bike and riding. I am still in a lot of pain, but that doesn't matter. That's very minor. I don't care. I no longer care. It's just part of what I do. But I ride. I can ride. I ride my bike hard, and I don't ride for anyone else. I now ride on my own. I ride solo. and I'm okay with that. I've got so many things I want to achieve, and I know that I can do them. And past the point of, you know, needing to do it with someone now. It's stuff that I can do, and there's no stopping me. So I have my bike, and I'm so passionate about riding, and it just makes me feel alive. I need riding. It's like a drug. I need it. It sets me free from anything that's happening in the world, and it's just me, the bike, and the open road. It's just I'm I'm very blessed. What a happy girl. I'm walking, I'm breathing, I can do things physically, I'm getting better, I'm working hard with my physiotherapist. Thanks, John. You're an absolute legend, you know that. And I've got 2 beautiful dogs, and I live on my own in the country. So, hurrah! Thanks to everyone for letting me share my story. I'm going to find it very hard not to write these days, but lots of love and kindness from New Zealand, the bottom of the world. And my words to you are, if you know of someone that's going through similar injuries or any kind of accident and they're recovering, be gentle with them. Be gentle with them, because it's not all the physical side that you can see. There's a lot more to recovery than you realise, unless you've been through it yourself. So just be gentle, have some compassion, and make sure that you're there for someone, and make sure they know that you're there. People take time to get through things in their own time, like I have. But I'm doing good now, and my heart's smiling again. It's taken some time. But take care, and if you've broken your neck and survived it, it's you guys that are my true heroes. Right there. All the best.